All right, one of the world's biggest motorcycle events labeled by the left a super spreader event for the past year. Now brand new data revealing that wasn't the case. More than 460,000 attended the 10-day Sturgis rally in South Dakota last year, when reports claimed more than 266,000 got COVID. That's a far cry from the new research showing it was actually 463. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem never bought that and sees the new numbers and wants to talk about it. Governor, thanks for joining us. What do you want people to know about the Sturgis rally in August?
Well, that the media lied about the event. For a year, they've labeled it as a super spreader. That was not true. We continuously pushed back, and I'm glad that some of those facts are coming to light today.
They went to 39 states, and they asked their health departments, and they came back with those outrageous numbers. Was that all political?
Absolutely, all political. We did testing in that community for weeks afterwards. We reached out to every state that we had visitors from and did our own data collection and tried to hold some accountability out there. But Brian, you know that once these liberal media outlets, these Democrats want to attack policies of a state like us that's free, that they'll just continue to perpetuate that narrative. So I'm thankful that they're continuing to get more and more of the real facts of what happened at the Sturgis motorcycle rally before people come again this year. We're looking forward to an even bigger crowd. Right.
And Governor, you mentioned your cases are so low. You have about 100 cases in the entire state. Your kids are back in school. That's not the case with the state that has lower numbers than you, and that's California. They're still not back in school. It is stunning. Yet if you look at two governors, you're the one getting the most outside criticism, right?
Oh, it's been pretty consistent over the last year that I've been getting beat up in the national media. But our kids have been in school all year. They're doing well. We have the fastest growing economy in the country, the lowest unemployment rate. Our active cases are down, and we've got incredible hospital capacity should we need it. So our people have managed through this crisis in a way that I think is really a testimony to what Republican conservative principles and values are, and how they really do take care of people and create an opportunity for people to still be successful.
A couple of years ago, the New York Times puts out this series called the 1619 Project, and they talk about how America really started when slavery came to North America in 1619, not 1776. And now there's incentives coming from the federal government. If you put that curriculum in, you're going to get some grants. How do you in South Dakota feel about this curriculum change?
I hate it. The 1619 Project is a lie. That's why I was the first candidate in the country to sign the 1776 Pledge, which says the truth about America's history, that we are founded fighting for freedom, not based on slavery. And I would encourage every single person that's running for public office, every single leader in this country to embrace the 1776 Project and make sure that they're talking about the real history of America and teaching it to our kids in our school systems.
Right. One of the foundations is in 1619, they say that we fought in 1776 to keep slavery in America because England got rid of it in 1772. That is not the case. It does not stand up to the test where we fought. In fact, they were fighting to get free of British culture.
That's exactly right. You're exactly right, Brian. And the 1619 Project needs to be pushed back on. Critical race theory is not appropriate for our kids to learn and to have in our school systems. We want our honest history, our real history, our patriotic history to be taught to our kids so that we can continue to protect America. It's the most special country in the world, and it's something that our kids deserve to have long into the future that we had the opportunity to grow up in.
It's a column you wrote with Ben Carson. It's on foxnews.com right now. But, Governor, as much power as you have, you cannot just say this is the rule. You have to sell the boards of education in all your cities, correct? How close are you to doing that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, in South Dakota, we've been talking about this for years. When I first got sworn in as governor, I pushed getting more history, civics education into our K-12 system. We did finally get our legislature on board, and they put that into our requirements this year. We will continue to do that in South Dakota. I believe a state like us can lead by example, and I'll continue to do that and carry the message across the country as well.
Well, it's amazing it's got to come down to this. You have to fight for American history in your own state. Thanks, Governor. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.